Record. Yeah.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Fuck Wellness, Christmas edition. But when you listen to it, it's not Christmas. But we are recording on Christmas morning, which, depending on how you look at it, is either really exciting or a little sad. So
I choose to believe both.
yes.
No, I think it's really exciting.
Yeah. I'm Makena.
I'm Mallory.
And I'm Santa.
Our introductions have gotten much worse.
Incredibly bad. If you're watching our YouTube video, I'm once again in my mother's closet room, hence the poor lighting. So you're welcome. And Mallory is in her childhood bedroom, and Lara's at her parents' house.
Check. We're all here.
Yeah, here we go. It's Douglas's first Christmas ever, which is really exciting.
Like on planet Earth.
On planet Earth. It's his very first Christmas.
Wow.
So yeah, Santa came for him. His presents are waiting in the living room when we wrap this up.
Wow. Let's wrap it up.
No, I'll video him opening some presents.
I think that's the content that our followers want. I'm
foreseeing that he's going to be into it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's definitely a gift, a love language gift lover.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I was also getting very emotional about this last night, and I think that I'm going to do a whole post dedicated to Douglas.
Well, you could wait less than a month and he'll be his 1 year.
I know, but I'm impatient.
Oh, it has to be now. It has to be now. That's okay. I get that. I was feeling really emotional that it was his first Christmas last night. And I was just thinking about someone's going to have to reel me in when I have children, because there's just the emotions that I'm feeling of him being the cutest thing on this entire planet, even when he's a terror, and it being his first Christmas that he gets to experience is so silly. But
I legit almost got emotional yesterday because I saw a video of this person breastfeeding their new baby, and the dog was it was this Vizsla, and it had his head resting on the baby, and the post was my dog thinks that he's an integral part of our breastfeeding team at every mealtime. That has to be Douglas. For sure has to be Douglas.
I feel like I've been on a side of TikTok recently that is shoving pregnancy down my throat. And I'm a little bit all right, pause. But also having all these people who are in front of a Christmas tree and low lighting, holding their pregnant stomach, being next Christmas, this baby will be here. And I'm crying for this stranger's TikTok, but whatever.
Guys, Ryan is having unreal baby fever right now.
Really?
Let's go, Ryan.
So bad. Because, I'll talk about this later with my New Year's intentions, but Ryan and I found this account, which is this family with this little girl, and it's she's 4, and she snowboards and skateboards and stuff, and I mean, we're obsessed with her. She's the cutest.
I think I've seen her. Is she really good at snowboarding?
Yes. Yeah.
Super good. Yeah.
Yes. They mic her up, and then they will send her down, and she just says the cutest things. And anyway, this is related to one of my intentions later on. But anyway, Ryan is I would like to steal his child and make it our child.
Mal, I think that you would love, you and Ryan would love my cousin who is here. She's 4. And I think that you guys would just be 3 peas in a pod. She is the cutest thing. She reads immaculately. She just read a detailed note from Santa. And yesterday when she first arrived, she was trying to identify whether statements were sincere or sarcastic. And her dad was was that sincere or sarcastic? And then she goes, sincere. And then he goes, was that sincere or sarcastic? She goes, sarcastic. It's just the funniest.
God.
I know, it's the funniest thing. Yeah.
Wow. Is that me as
no,
a child?
no, I actually, it's like 100% you as a child.
It's kind of
so
like
funny.
you reborn. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll FaceTime later and you can chat with her. She's
better
the best.
2 of me than 1. So
That's true. That's true.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was telling you guys that now that I'm in the closet room, I texted this morning that I had some hiccups, and Lara thought I meant I had the actual hiccups, but it was really just I needed to find a plug in this room, so I had to pull a bookshelf out. But Mallory was telling us that her video with hiccups went like baby viral.
Yeah, I recorded my fitness classes back during the pandemic, and one of them I got the hiccups in the middle of it, and I like had put in the description like excuse the hiccups in the middle of the video or something, and all of a sudden like my other videos maybe had like 100 views max, like not that many, and then this was like going up to like 500, 1,000, like 3,000, and I was like, this is like a really good class, but I don't think people are doing this to work out. And then you can look at what the search items are, and it was all
Wait, what? You can look up what people searched
to find your video. Yeah. And so there are absolutely, I don't know why I assume is men, but I feel there are people out there that are definitely having some fun with my video intimately.
Don't say it like that.
Ew, Mallory. No, I honestly think, not to make it even more gross, but like I think it's probably the combination too of exercise plus hiccups. Like I think that probably is like a combo.
This podcast is going viral.
Shame. We're not
king shaming. No, that doesn't hurt anyone. But
no, but that's very.
I mean, what I'm hearing,
do that more often.
I'm thinking I
do hiccup a lot.
Yeah, like this might be like an untapped market.
New Year's intention 2023, more hiccup content.
Well, New Year's intention more like let's expand, like let's get business. An OnlyFans.
Yes.
Yeah. That's not bad, having an OnlyFans where we just work out and try and get hiccups. I don't know how to get hiccups.
That's not bad at all.
Oh, I just eat bread. If I eat bread really fast, I get hiccups every time.
Yeah, because it gets like, it's like that.
Yeah. No, I can get them super easy. Yeah, Lara, we can work on your
I'll get hiccups if I eat anything spicy.
Okay.
Hiccups almost immediately.
All right.
So
I think this is a good plan.
This is our 2023 business model.
Yeah.
Workout.
What could go wrong?
Honestly, we could be OnlyFans sensations.
Because the key is to find the small thing.
Yes.
That A, won't get you fired, and B, is like the niche that isn't being filled on OnlyFans.
Yes.
So
yeah.
Okay.
I think we just did it. And we just trademarked it also. So.
Guys, you think I'm joking, and I'm a little like, would this give me a down payment on a house? Is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, no, I'm not fully joking. If Matilda was here,
farm.
Serious or sarcastic?
Yeah.
That was sincere. This is sincere, y'all.
This is sincere.
It is so sincere.
Oh my god.
Oh boy. All right, should we dive into the meat of our podcast? I don't say it like that.
I feel like for context, our last podcast was about our reflections on 2022 and things that we learned, takeaways, etc. And then this one is going to be about our intentions for 2023 and things we want to take into the year.
Woohoo.
Okay.
Well, do you guys have words?
I have a phrase.
I have a phrase as well.
Yeah, yours is edgy. We already talked about
it's not edgy.
I kind of think it should be though. No, I just have a phrase, but kind of, yeah.
Lara, do you have a word or a phrase?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Okay.
Should we just say those first?
Yeah, I think we should do that.
Okay.
Do you have previous year words?
Not at all.
Not really.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say my previous years and then say my new word.
I want to hear your word.
Oh, like right now?
Your previous word. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I think we should do one after the other. Like maybe McKenna,
Okay.
you say previous and then talk about your current word.
Yeah.
all right,
I
great.
think so too.
And then we're gonna go into everything else later. Should I
No, I
detail
think you should
everything
just
right
do
now?
all of yours right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first year that I had a word, I think was 2019, I believe. And usually when I pick a word, it's just whatever like word I randomly hear one day and I just kind of know it's the word. And 2019, my word was becoming, which was, I think, a good word for that year. 2021 was, or 2020 was embody as my year for the next word for the next year. 2021 was, no, yeah,
I
okay,
think
so
becoming was 2020.
yes, but I made it in 2019. So like
Okay.
2020 was becoming, 2021 was embody, 2022 was wild, and 2023, the backstory on this, I'll say it and then I'll give the backstory because I just decided this like last week. Oh, yeah, this week. I know. I was going to have an entirely different word because when I was thinking about 2023, I was like, okay, what am I looking for out of this year? And a lot of the words that were coming to me were like recalibrate, like those sorts of that vibe. And it just didn't feel like it gave me the like oomph that I wanted. Like I wanted that to be part of my year.
Recalibrate, sexy word.
I know, right? But like synonyms of recalibrate. And I was like, okay, that's the nature of what I'm getting at because I want space to do some other things and I want to reevaluate a lot of things in my life. And so that was going to be like one of them. And then I was like, I don't really like it. And so after our spin class, Dakota, she kept talking about like finding your edge. And so my like 2023 phrase, why are you laughing?
Because Darwin isn't the joke that it's edge.
It is. I mean, it is edge, but it's not edgy.
Okay.
Yeah. We got it.
Okay. Keep going.
Well, now it's gonna sound stupid, whatever I say. But my phrase is just
no, it's not.
My phrase is just the edge. Is my 2020
the edge.
2023
I love that
word. And so my intention with that is kind of to like I'm not going to be able to explain it the way that Dakota beautifully mastered her words to explain it, but it's essentially the idea that like I want to like meet myself at my edge in everything this year, and sometimes those things are difficult, like setting boundaries with work, but like I know that if I meet that edge where I'm uncomfortable and like it's going to kind of force my hand to make some decisions, if that makes sense. Yeah. So kind of just finding, honestly, like I'm embracing the being uncomfortable this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are you like, how does that, because when I hear that immediately I'm like, wait, do you mean you're gonna like push yourself like with work stuff basically until a breaking point? Or do you mean like
No. I mean more like like when right now when I'm like, okay, I probably need to quit these jobs, that feels so uncomfortable to me. Like that's my edge of that. And so I'm kind of trying to like get to the edge of those decisions and like stay in the uncomfortable to like make the decision that will benefit me long term. Because I guess I know that this year is going to involve a lot of decisions and a lot of discomfort and a lot of change. And I feel like it's kind of naive to think that I'm going to have a year like to just be in the reprieve of it all. Like, I think it's going to be quite the opposite. And so kind of leaning into that in the way of like just holding my boundaries so firm that like, even though I'm uncomfortable saying no, it must be done.
Yeah.
I love so that's essentially the most of it. I wrote like a few things, but I feel like I'm going to think of more when you guys share yours. But like most of my 23
one thought.
Most of my 2023 intentions are around stronger boundaries, around work specifically, and honestly like finding a spot where I could work less hours and make more money, and making myself uncomfortable in a healthy way for long-term benefit and growth. I did kind of like a mind, body, soul, like spirit kind of thing. But things that I feel like I've been missing out are like opportunities where my mind gets to like solve puzzles or like do fun like brain games or just activities, like even drawing or something like that, where because my brain is so wrapped up in what I have to get done or decisions I have to make, and I really miss some of those things. And so this Christmas break I've been doing like Duolingo French, and it's like my favorite thing ever. Like I'm so having so much fun. But like I would like to do some puzzles, and I would like to keep reading and that sort of thing. For body, I've been really enjoying all of these kind of practices, like going into the sauna and like dry brushing, not for any other reason than it feels good to like pour love into my body in that way of just being super intentional and like present with my body, which is why I think I've really been enjoying functional movement, and I want to continue that in 2023 because I don't know, it's fun to like see your body have new experiences with movement. And I don't know, I think in previous years I've always had a complicated relationship with movement, and I feel like just this last few months I've gotten to a spot where I feel like we're like I'm integrated with my movement, like it feels really good. And I've been really structuring my workouts around my menstrual cycle as well, and so that's been a big game changer to just how in sync I feel with my body. And that's pretty much all I have to share. I think, there's a lot of things that I think by clearing some gunk out of the way, I'll have time to do, like even just sleep or like binge a TV show or read. But I really want some time to write, to like work in writing into my day to day, and time to dream and time to plan and all that stuff. That's me. Any follow-ups?
I think that was great.
Yay.
I don't think I have any follow-ups.
We didn't really explain that we like aren't the biggest New Year's New Year's resolution folks.
Yeah, so, we're not.
We're not. No shame to you if you do New Year's resolutions. It just feels to us like intentions are a better way to actually invite the things we want into our lives. Right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm a big fan of like habits. So if you are going to set New Year's goals or like resolutions, I encourage you to make them into a habit, because you're much more likely to like stick with a habit than a goal. AKA like if your goal is to run a marathon in 2023, like how can you make that small? Like I'm going to run a mile twice, or like I'm going to run a mile twice a week. Like make it a smaller thing than just these big picture things, which big picture is fine, but I encourage you to also try to make it more micro so that you can actually feel confident about yourself and your abilities.
Yep.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. Yeah, I'll go. That just reminded me of like the habits portion, because I think that actually I'll talk about that in a second. I'm getting ahead of myself. I chose a phrase that it's kind of like a word, kind of like a phrase. If you say it really fast, it's like one word. But I love this phrase that my Australian podcast talked about, that I've talked about a lot on the pod. They kept saying it this last year, and I just love it. And I think that making it my word or phrase for this next year will be a challenge for me, because I'm feeling very separate from this feeling like right now. So it'll be a big transition to try and kind of like find ways into this feeling that I'm manifesting for this next year. My phrase is dark femenge.
Wait, say it again.
Dark femenge. It's like dark feminine energy, but if you just say it all together, it's dark femenge. And I feel like it's very, in my mind, it's more connected to being like thinking of myself as this like bad bitch that is really capable. And I have noticed that like this last year I did like so much growing in 2022. It is kind of exhausting to think about, but I think I grew so much. But something that did kind of happen in the latter half of the year is I think that I kind of like lost some of my like inner confidence, I guess, or like inner belief in like being hot shit. I think that I lost some of that, and I don't like not having it, and I want it back. And I just feel like this phrase will, it's more like a, like, you know, the dark feminine, like I feel like we've talked about that maybe, but like it's less about like, oh, I'm a woman, femininity. It's more like there's this like dark energy of like
powerful
power, like kind of a little bit of rage and like demanding of a standard that I'm kind of like I'm about for 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
exactly.
The year of standards. We already came up with this. The year of high standards.
Yeah, that's the group.
We can make that our
pod.
Yeah. That's our podcast word, high standards for 2023.
Yeah. Wait, so Lara, do you remember that the phrase you used to like was find the light?
I did like that. Yes.
And so I thought that's what you were going to say for this, honestly, just weirdly in my head, but I'm curious, like how that phrase and this phrase, like, do they feel different to you? Do they feel like the same? I don't know. I'm curious where you are at with that original phrase.
Oh yeah. I still love that phrase, but this feels very different than that one, I think, because the Lara that loved find the light was like like light, the world is so light and bright and amazing. Like I think that was this is not what it's not like, oh, I was happy then and now I'm sad. It's more just like that was a version of Lara that had kind of experienced like a bit of life, and now I think I've experienced more of life, and it's more like, okay, like there's positive also in the dark that I want to find. And it's also a little bit more like, oh, let's turn over these rocks and see what like cool things I can find underneath them. I hope I find something cool. And it's more like, I'm going to find something cool in my life, like get out of my way kind of a thing. Kind of a outlook, I think.
I love that.
I think also,
yeah,
and you can let me know if this doesn't feel like it's accurate to what you are kind of trying to portray, but I think that you know, find the light is such a good phrase. And there are, I think, times that we like swing to that sort of feeling of like, oh, everything is good and everything is fun and everything, like we can just find all this, like, oh, this cinnamon roll, this is the best cinnamon roll of like my entire life. I can't believe the world provides cinnamon rolls like this. That I think when you've been so deeply acquainted with pain, there comes like a new layer of fire inside of you, and it's almost more powerful to come through on the other side with like this renewed sense of just appreciation for yourself and like energy that you have. And I think it comes from like such a deeper place of like finding that joy through the edge a little bit of like having, I don't know, that like deep, like powerful like energy that comes from a word or phrase like that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
For sure. Yes. Yeah. I think it's it's just been like quite a year, and like I think that the darkness that I have seen also has made me like super appreciative of myself in a way that I have never experienced, and super like appreciative of my friends and my support system. But also just being like, okay, I'm appreciating that I have strength in this way, but I'm also kind of now like, I don't want to feel that again. Like, I don't want to have to tap into that strength again. So like, let's just like, I think that I have a lot of changes coming up this next year. And if I'm not a little bit more like having, and it's kind of like a boundary, but also kind of just like an expectation of the world. Like, I don't expect great things to happen to me all the time. Definitely not. But like, I want to go into this world with like some high like this next year with some high expectations. But I also think like, you know, I was hesitant to choose this word or phrase because I think that at this, like at my current state, that feels like 0 to 100 kind of for me. Like to be like, I'm dark feminine energy feels like 100, and I think I'm at like a 2 right now. But I think that, like, as you just said, Mal, like it's just small little things, and like trying to, you know, if something feels hard, if like my next step in trying to find a dark feminine energy feels hard, like what like roadblocks can I take away from that situation that makes it feel easier? And yeah, I think that another like smaller goal that I just want to say on the pod for like a little bit of accountability is that I have some like things that I want to learn, like some programs that I want to learn, just to kind of like, I think that my mind needed a rest from like educational learning after my degree, but I think now, like this year, I think I want to like get back into it, and it'll just take really small, like, you know, like Duolingo, like just 5 minutes a day kind of a mindset. But I really want to break that down and conquer that too, as a means to feel a dark feminine sultry strength of smartness. Could be maybe a sub phrase.
I feel it for you.
Me too.
Thank you. I'm excited.
Me too.
Dark femenge.
I also love
Australian accent.
Not that this is your direct experience, but I think that like rage is a really powerful tool, like rage and anger of like like turning that into like your power. I'm super into that.
Yeah.
Not that that's necessarily your experience, but I feel like that's a good, I think, experience.
It's a factor.
It's a factor, yeah. Yeah. Okay, Mal, your turn.
All right, Mal.
I'm having a really hard time getting comfortable on the floor. There's like no place to record in my home.
I feel bad.
Can you hear me okay?
How's your support? Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. It's okay. I just have a pillow now. Okay. Are you ready for my PowerPoint presentation? Oh wait, you have to let me screen share.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
No, it's not that dramatic.
I just don't quite remember how to allow that.
I think there's something right next to the share screen where you can say anyone can
allow participants.
Can you try now?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I made a vision board last year. And I made another one this year, but we can, how do
I'm gonna make a vision board that'll be ready for this pod after this pod comes out. So we can post them if we want.
You can zoom in.
Here we go, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so this is this year's, which I'll just like briefly talk through, and then the next slide actually has my intentions on it. But my vision for 2023 is like a lot of outdoors time and like honestly really working on the vibes. I've been really obsessed with candles recently. And it is wild how much candles change the vibe of any room that you're in.
No overhead
So
lighting
I've been
ever is my rule of thumb.
no, it's just like magical. Like candles are so, and like the smell, how it changes your mood. And anyway, I've just been really like into vibes, like vibes recently. So I would say like a lot of outdoors time, vibes, like aesthetic vibes. And then I do think that 2023 is going to be a really interesting time for friendships for me because I just have this feeling that my friendships are going to change a lot in 2023. Like I'm getting to this place where I almost like need to be more protective of my time and not like narrow down my friendships, but like be more clear about what friendships really are bringing me joy and which ones I want to invest in. And so that's why I included the Rupi Kaur poem because it's like very nostalgic and I think I get stuck a lot in the nostalgia of friendships. And I'm really curious to see kind of how 2023 manifests from a friendship perspective. Specifically on this vision board, we have a mountain in New Zealand because that is where I would like to have my honeymoon. And then we also have a picture of the West Trail in Vancouver Island, which I really want to do. It's
oh my God.
It's
Can I
amazing. It's
come?
all basically, yes, of course you can come.
No, Mallory,
it's
I've been
all
wanting
along the coast. Yeah.
Mallory, can we do this? I've been waiting for
obviously
years to go to Vancouver Island with someone. Years.
Okay, well, we have to do the West Trail because I'm obsessed with it. You
Okay.
like you go across bridges and like climb up ladders and it's like a whole thing.
All right, let's get it on the calendar.
Ken, what got you obsessed with Vancouver Island?
Oh, I've been
She's just obsessed with Canada.
Yeah. I've been trying to convince my family for like literally 7 years to go on a family vacation to Vancouver Island. Like I made like PowerPoints. Like I want to go to Vancouver Island so bad.
Wow. Well, I got into it because there's like this Netflix show about sea wolves.
Really?
Sea wolves and eagles and otters on Vancouver Island. Yeah, it's like a gorgeous show about the wilderness. Not the wilderness, the wildlife on Vancouver Island.
Yeah, also we need to go to Alaska.
Yes. For sure.
Yes.
Okay, and then my last thing is that you can see the little outlined mountains up there. I feel like this is the year I'm going to get my mountain tattoo. So
Oh,
absolutely. Yeah, that's
probably not specifically this, but this kind of vibe, you know. Okay. So now on to my New Year's resolution. I got 2 out of the, I figured I would come up with some while you were talking and then I forgot to add things. But okay, my main phrase is do it scared. And honestly,
I love that.
This has all come because Cash Rowley, who's the little girl who does the snowboarding and skiing, and she's like this amazing 5-year-old that is wise beyond her years. And her mom has taught her the phrase, do it scared. And so whenever she's about to do something really scary, she'll be like, Mom, I'm really scared. And the mom will go, what do we do when you're scared? And she just looks and she goes, do it scared. And then and she'll go do the thing. And it gives me goosebumps every time. And so my phrase for 2023 is do it scared, because there are so many things that when I was thinking about 2023, like even just moving, I was like, I'm so scared to do them because I feel so comfortable in my life. And I was like, I can't, like, I am going to have to just do a lot of things scared this year because there's going to be a lot of transitions that I'm going to have to just do anyway. So I feel very inspired by that phrase. So.
Oh, I love that. That gave me goosebumpies. I love it.
Okay. And then I was listening to be inspired for this pod. I listened to Victoria Garrick / she changed her last name now to Brown, but I don't know. Her pod still calls her Victoria Garrick. So whatever she wants to be called. Her podcast, The Real Pod, this morning, and she and her two best friends were doing their reflections for 2023. And like her phrase is, I already have it all, which I like too. So I wrote that down. And then I already talked about the year of candles, but this is going to be my year of candles. Okay. Also going to be the year of teeth.
Something always has to do with teeth, Mal, with your intentions.
No. Okay. Because I went to the dentist last week, and the hygienist kind of explained to me for the first time the science of flossing. And from a behavior change perspective, I felt the health belief model just in front of my eyes. Like I literally was like, this woman is enlarging my threat. And so the pro con list is changing so much right now. So I'm determined.
What did she say?
Well, okay. I don't know how much we want to get into this, but basically, we have plaque on our teeth. And the reason we're supposed to brush our teeth twice a day is because plaque can grow back in 12 hours. And so that's why you want to brush your teeth in the morning and at night. But the importance of flossing is that when we brush our teeth, obviously we're not getting the plaque off the inside of our teeth. And so that is why like the plaque will grow up and grow underneath your gums. And it can actually become anaerobic, which means it no longer needs oxygen to survive. And that's when it can get really dangerous because it's really hard to kill at that point, because literally like it can just live without any needs. And then they have to do a super deep cleaning, and it creates this like gummy material, which infects like your gums and can cause them to be super tender and swollen. And I definitely have parts of that, and she noticed that. And they've been doing a lot more research, and that kind of gummy stuff has been found in Alzheimer's patients and in a lot of different like factors. So they're not sure if the association has to do with like that gummy stuff from the plaque growing also grows in other parts that can cause disease, or if like, anyway, they're not sure what the correlation is, but they know it's not good. So anyway, This is all to say I will be flossing this year. And I just got, this is not me not being sponsored, but I got a Quip toothbrush because I had a moment of high motivation. And also I liked the metal ones because then we're not throwing out toothbrushes every like couple weeks. So anyway, teeth are king this year. One of my New Year's intentions for 2022 was to buy 80% of my clothes either on ThreadUp or like at a discount. So like very few like new clothes. And I definitely did that. And I was very proud of myself. So I want to continue my thriftiness into 2023 because I feel like I got more good clothes from ThreadUp than I've ever gotten in my whole life in the last year. So also, I guess me just taking Makena's clothes whenever she goes to her closet. So there's that too. I've been really enjoying my smut this year. So I wouldn't even really call it smut though. It's like Emily Henry's like has like 4 sex scenes in it that are all very good.
I was gonna say, when you're ready to dive deep, you let me know and I'll give you my list.
Yeah. No, I don't know if I'm ready for real smut yet. I feel like I'm on my like amateur smut right now.
You have to come up with your list of yes, no, maybe, so I can make sure I don't trigger you.
Yeah, I gotta set some clear boundaries on that. And then I feel like this is all of us, but we got to work on embracing transition in the next year because I think we're all going to be transitioning. I mean, this is just an ongoing theme for me, but leaving the phone at home and trying to have more time without my phone. I listened to this great pod on the art of gift giving, and I feel like my goal for 2023 is to really like be a good gifter. And I don't want to talk about that right now, but I will link the podcast in the notes because it was a life-changing podcast. And there really is an art. Like we give so many bad gifts without knowing that we are. So anyway, and that's like, it's a huge, okay. I'm not going to get into it right now. And then this is something that Ryan Meredith and I always joke about whenever we go climbing, but whenever one of us is like stuck on the wall rock climbing, we just go like keep going, like keep moving up the wall, like kind of sarcastically, because obviously we're stuck and it's
just
like,
go.
just like literally grab the next hold. Like, what are you doing? But it is like, I also sort of a metaphor for life. It's just like, we just got to keep moving up. Like, it doesn't have to doesn't have to be literally up, but I think just keep moving is important in life. And I don't mean necessarily like fitness wise, but I just mean like the days are going to pass. So we got to move with them, you know? So I feel like I always like remembering that. Okay, the final two are just again with my aesthetics. I feel like I've been really enjoying cultivating my cozy cute wardrobe, so continuing that. And then just anxiety wise, I've been trying to get a lot better about sitting in body sensations like heart palpitations and like stomach aches and stuff. So yeah, just continuing to get comfortable with that, because those are like my biggest triggers of anxiety. So sorry, that was a lot, but that's my PowerPoint presentation and we're done.
Amazing. I loved that.
That's great.
I literally showed Ryan this morning. I showed Ryan and he was like, so since we're like a couple, like I can just like sign those two. Like those are mine also, right? And I was like, yes, Ryan, those two can be yours. And he was like, okay, cool. Yeah. Cause I agree with all of those.
Yeah.
And I was like, curl up with Smut. You feel good about that one? And he was like, well, I haven't read Smut, but like maybe I will this year. Okay, cool. Good for you.
You should.
Yeah, you definitely should get into that.
Yeah, I think you would like it. Anyway, I feel really good about 2023. I feel really good.
I do too. And I feel like for the first time, it's like there's so many changes on the horizon, and I'm sure this will change, like my feelings will change next week. But right now I feel so confident in myself and like navigating it that I'm like, let's go. Like, let's get this going. I don't know. I took a picture.
I think it's, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. No. I was just gonna, you guys know that picture that I posted yesterday on Christmas Eve when everyone hears this, but do you see my selfie?
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. One fan. But basically, anyways, that feeling when I took that picture, I was like, this is my 2023 feeling of like, I just feel everything in my body is like, I no longer feel like I'm putting on a shell of like, oh, we got this, like fake kind of like, I don't know, not necessarily positivity, but like, it's not fake. It's like, I feel it, that feeling in my core of like, we can do this. We are capable, and quite literally fuck everyone who tries to ruin it. That's
Can I say something?
No.
Yes. Thanks. I think that picture needs to, one, be on your vision board, and two, live on the feed. Like
I know, but do you think that like it's like embarrassing after you post a story that it then becomes like on your feed?
No. Makena,
Really?
this is the year of we don't give a shit. Do it.
You're so right.
Like, just do it.
Yeah,
come on.
I do think it needs
scared.
to live on the feed. Do it scared.
It needs to live forever. Yeah.
I feel like I need to go look at this now. Oh, I was just gonna say, I think this is the year also of us, like what McKenna was saying reminded me of like how confidently I feel in both of your abilities to navigate any situation that comes your way. But I think this is also the year of us like feeling that way about ourselves.
For sure.
You know, because I'm like, I literally have no question that you guys are fully.
Guys, I'm not
Lara Vanderbilt.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
No, if either of you guys told me anything of one of your goals, I would be like 100%. I have zero doubts that you could accomplish that.
Yeah. Well, are you gonna cry right?
No, I'm not gonna cry. I'm just like, I'll hopefully see it.
Hey,
in a minute.
It's gonna be good.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
I mean, all we can keep doing is telling you that we believe in you, but you got to believe in yourself, because it only matters so much that we believe in you.
That's true. But also, like, I just love the do it scared thing. Like, that's, I'm literally terrified for 2023, but you just got to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's going to happen anyway, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mal and I, sorry, Ryan as well is welcome, but we will be where you are at Thanksgiving next year.
Yes.
So
we will.
Keep that in mind as well.
Yeah. That's keeping me through. That'll be like a good checkpoint of the year.
I mean, I hope we have a checkpoint before November of next year. But like,
wait, November of next year feels like 4 months away.
No, it's gonna feel like 4 months away. I don't like how fast the years are going.
Well, time is just time, Makena.
You're right. It's a construct.
You can't get mad at it, Makena. It's just time.
Just, time's just truth,
Yeah. Jesus. Mallory is like slowly gonna become like
the wise man.
Yeah, or like some sort of like YouTube sensation of like
No, I'm just Yoda.
Yeah, exactly. Hiccups
Time,
and life
truth.
advice.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I mean, and guess what? We have a check-in in February.
What's our check-in in February?
Our trip.
Oh, so true. Yep. I mean,
that's a great check-in. We can all see how we're doing on our words.
Yep. I need to
big check-ins
to book some tattoos because I'm like ready.
I book some flights, Makena.
I booked them. I booked them.
Yeah.
I sent the screenshot into the group chat. No one responded to it.
Well, I just noted
I did not see that.
Well, it's in there. I'm flying in the same time as you.
The same flight?
No, it's the same time.
Oh,
I know.
Okay, I'll be there at the airport.
But I'm flying out earlier and on the day on Sunday than you are, so that part's sad.
Okay, well, it'll be fine.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's gonna be fine.
Okay.
And we're gonna get tattoos, and I want multiple tattoos all over my body.
I've never seen anyone get a tattoo, so I'm so excited.
Mallory, I don't think I've shown you. Did I show you the hottest picture I've ever taken in my entire life?
I mean, not specific.
Of herself, not like
of myself. Of myself. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna send it to you right now.
Okay.
Not safe for work.
Is it smut?
I mean, define smut.
It's sexy. It's not like
Oh damn.
I want to take I want to like make that a line drawing.
Wait, I love that idea.
Yeah,
I like this
sorry
a lot.
Sorry everyone listening, but you have to be a subscriber.
Yeah, if you pay to listen to this podcast, we'll show it to you.
If you leave us a lot of reviews, we'll leak it.
Yeah.
I'm fully clothed. It's like not like a
No, it's not smut.
No.
Okay, should we wrap up?
Yeah, we should wrap.
Yeah.
Also, I need to repost our reel that you made, Lara,
so
because
cute.
It's hilarious.
I mean, the amount of envy that I felt was like actually unreal. Like I thought I was gonna throw up watching it, but
I'm so sorry, Mel.
Like I can't even imagine you guys working out at a track together and me not being there.
That's really sad times.
Yeah, it feels illegal.
Does it make you feel better that I've cried every day?
No. I don't feel better at all about that.
That it's like it's a what's the word? Like panic induced euphoria. That's a thing.
We're leaving that in 2022.
Exactly. All right.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Well, the rest of this month we are doing our presentations. Are we going to do that?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So we're going to do our own wellness presentations for the rest of the month.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I thought you meant presentations of vision boards. I was like,
no, but I think it'd be fun
the vision board presentation.
I think it'd be fun to post vision boards, but Lara, you don't have to make one if you aren't gonna make one originally. But
I feel like Lara would love making a vision board.
I would be down to do that.
Okay, well then let's do that. We could post our. We
also forgot to post our NPR things.
Oh yeah, sad.
Oh, true.
Which probably would have been a good. Yeah. Oh well.
So yeah, we could do that, and we could do even past years. I'll have to blur out some images, but I can work on that. And then there's just like, you can't put images like that on Instagram and it'll get flagged. And I'll make mine and we'll post it for the new year.
Sounds fabulous.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. Well, happy New Year, everyone.
Merry
Excited to be on this ride with you.
Yeah.
Don't sound too excited.
No, I'm happy. I'm happy too.
Goodness
okay,
gracious.
I love you guys.
All right, gotta open presents from Santa.
I love you.
Love
oh my
you.
gosh, Merry Christmas.
Bye.